What happened inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Game 4 wasn't luck. It was grit, execution, and belief. Aaliyah Boston went head-to-head with MVP A'ja Wilson, and while Wilson put up her numbers, Boston made every possession a battle. She poured in 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists, controlling the paint on both ends. Her defense turned Wilson's shots into grinds, her rebounding shut down Vegas's second-chance looks, and her screens opened lanes for teammates. This wasn't a young star surviving, it was Boston arriving as one of the league's most unshakable forces. Kelsey Mitchell was the closer. She erupted for 25 points, attacked relentlessly, and silenced the Aces with free throws down the stretch while the crowd thundered, MVP. Mitchell has been through it all with this franchise. Years of losing seasons, roster shakeups, and carrying the weight of being the lone scorer on struggling teams. She stayed loyal when she could have left. She carried pain off the court too, losing her father this year. But in that Game 4 moment, none of that broke her. It fueled her. As she calmly sank free throws to ice the game, you could feel years of frustration turning into vindication. And then came Lexi Hull's words about her teammate. She deserves her flowers. For Mitchell, after 8 years of being overlooked, those words hit as hard as the win itself. But it wasn't just the stars. Odyssey Sims, who had gone 0 for 7 in Game 3, rebounded with 18 points on nearly perfect shooting. She sliced through the Aces' defense, collapsing them from within and creating chaos that freed up Boston and Mitchell. Shea Petty, the veteran voice, added 7 points, 2 steals, and a steadying presence that settled Indiana when the game threatened to swing. And Lexi Hull, playing through a back injury from being body slammed earlier in the series, was everywhere. She harassed Jackie Young into tough shots, stole 4 passes, grabbed 7 rebounds, and dove on the floor as if her season depended on it, because it did. Her effort wasn't just about stats. It was about showing the rest of the roster that pain doesn't mean quit. Vegas, for their part, looked rattled. Wilson scored 31, but she had to claw for every one of those points against Boston's bodying defense. Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray struggled with foul trouble. And then came Becky Hammon's timeout blunder, a mistake born of frustration and pressure. With no timeouts left, Hammon asked for one, gifting Indiana a technical foul that swung momentum further in the Fever's favor. That moment spoke louder than any post-game comment. The two-time champs weren't the composed juggernaut anymore. They were rattled, scrambling, and watching Indiana dictate the game. The win wasn't just about statistics. It was about the intangibles. Indiana played like a team that didn't want to die, like a team who believed every possession could decide their season. They were sharper in rotations, hungrier for loose balls, and more connected than the Aces, despite missing half their roster. They had 9 healthy players available, but they played with the depth of a team twice that size. And when the buzzer sounded, Gainbridge Fieldhouse erupted in joy. The locker room was pure celebration. The Fever hadn't just beaten the Aces, they'd shaken the entire narrative. Analysts, odds makers, and fans outside Indiana counted them out. ESPN voices insisted Vegas would close the series, but the Fever proved them wrong. For the 3rd time this postseason, they stared elimination in the face and won. Now they've pushed the defending champions to a Game 5 back in Las Vegas. Think about what that means. The last time Indiana reached the WNBA Finals was a decade ago. Since then, the franchise has endured bottom-of-the-league finishes, injury-riddled rosters, and fan bases losing hope. But this run has rewritten their story. With Caitlin Clark sidelined, the team has rallied around Boston, Mitchell, and Hull to show the league that the Fever's future isn't just about one star, it's about a culture of resilience. Game 5 in Vegas will be a war. Michelob Ultra Arena will be deafening. Wilson will come out aggressive, hunting fouls and looking to overwhelm Boston early. Jackie Young will test Hull's endurance, and Chelsea Gray will try to reestablish control. Vegas knows what's at stake, their dynasty pride and a trip to another finals. But Indiana has already thrived under elimination pressure. They're 3-0 in games where the season could have ended. Their formula is simple. Boston anchors, Mitchell closes, role players hustle, and everyone defends without fouling. And behind it all, Stephanie White's leadership has shaped the mindset. She's been clear. Desperation without recklessness, urgency without panic. That mantra has carried them through every test. This team lives we over me, and it shows in every possession. When Boston fights Wilson, when Hull sacrifices her body, when Mitchell takes on the scoring load, they all do it for each other. For Indiana, Tuesday night isn't just another game. It's a chance to rewrite their history, to claim their first finals appearance in 10 years, and to reward a fan base that stuck with them through the darkest days. Whether they pull it off or fall short, one truth is clear. This team has already redefined what Indiana Fever basketball means. They've shown toughness, belief, and unity in the face of everything stacked against them. So as Game 5 looms, the story feels less like an underdog fairy tale and more like destiny. The Fever aren't just trying to survive anymore. They're fighting to belong on the biggest stage. Vegas has the stars, the banners, and the reputation. But Indiana has the heart, the fight, and the momentum. And sometimes that's what decides everything. Fans, it's your turn. Comment "I've got the Fever" if you believe this team can shock Vegas one more time. Because if they do, the WNBA Finals won't just have a new contender. They'll have a team that proved belief can change everything.